couple things. Let's just go down the list. So today is the 19th. So on the 20th, we always want to make sure we get our sales forecast in for the next month. So if you can get that put in for December, okay. That way we're always keep going, because as we're looking at schedules and all, very shortly we're going to be into December. Here you can look at your projected sales. So this is off your sales forecast. So you projected 15,500. You actually did 15,204. So we missed the projection by $295.
Okay.
Then it's going to be your cost of goods sold. So we have you targeted at 32. And again, this is just using your purchases, and it's saying that you're at a 33.6. So we're off by $215 or 1.6%. Draft beer, we're targeted for a 30. We did a 54.41, right? So we're off $130. Bottle beer, we didn't have any purchases, or you didn't have any wine purchase. But then, you know, I said here, just on your cost of goods, we don't have anything because we have, now, once you count inventory, it'll take into effect, right? So it's going to look at your beginning and then your ending inventory, and then basically your purchases, and then say, okay, what did you actually use?
Right.
And that's what it'll be here. Now, payroll, you can see how low it is, right? 5.99%. Right. So we know that's not right, but once that's fixed, you're going to be able to look at it and see every week where you're at and say, all right, am I over, am I under? And then this is where it's going to break it down by front of the house. So even if you had, let's just say you had 10 different positions in front of the house and they were all separate up here, it combines them down here. So it shows you front of the house, back of the house, salaried management, benefits, taxes, and insurance. And then it puts your total payroll, and then it's your total payroll and your total cost of goods, gives you your prime cost.
Okay, cool.
So what's great about this is that your entire management team can come in and look at it, and they know right where they stand. And it's not waiting to get the P&L at the end of the month, you know, and to say, hey, how are we doing? You can look at it right now and go, oh man, look at the labor cost. It's out of control. Hey, we need to get a handle on it.
Okay.
And now it gives you a little bit more opportunity to fix the situation before it's already happened. Reverse labor. So this is something else that should be done every night, right? So when your closing manager is going to do the end of day paperwork, they should do this also. So when they go to reverse labor, they're going to come to the 16th, right? Because it's the week we're in.
Right.
And what they're going to do is they're going to come in and look at it and say, and this is an absolute fantastic tool. Let's just go look at today. So today it's telling us that our forecasted sales is $2,000.
Right.
Now, if I look right here, this is my original scheduled hours, right? So we have 58.75 hours scheduled for today. Well, to hit my labor cost, that is looking at your labor allotment, say, okay, this is how much you're allowed. It's telling us that we really need to do $1,578.46 to hit our 17.03% labor.
Okay.
So it tells you how much you need to do, right?
Right.
This is telling us what we're forecasted to do, okay? This is just your hours and then the dollars that you're spending on labor. You can see right here on these past 3 days, there's numbers inside this box. Well, what happens is that this gets populated when you fill out your end of day.
Right.
So there's no way I can change it right here, right?
Right.
Only way I can change that number is by change end of day. Now, what's great is like you can come in and let's say, there's going to be construction in front of our building and it's going to cut our traffic count in half. Well, I'm just going to put on there and say, I think I'm going to do $850 today. So I'm going to type it in right here. So if we do $850 in sales with the schedule that we have currently, it would put me at a 31.62% labor cost. So this is just a great tool. You might say, hey, I just had a phone call and we have 4 buses coming in and we're going to do $4,500 today. So here you go. So now you're at 320, right? So you're at a 14. Now again, we got to fix the other ones, right? For the labor allotment is not put in right, because now this is only internal, right? The labor allotment is actually coming from the POS, right? And that's the actual numbers that you're sending to your payroll company. So what's going to happen is, so every night they're going to look at it, they're going to open this up and say, okay, so today, I'm just going to scroll down and move it over. Today's Thursday. So at the end of the night, Hunter, so unless you're going to double click on them and you're going to find Thursday and you're going to say, all right, he came in, he actually clocked in at 4:04. So you can either hit this little plus or minus, you can actually drag the bar, or you can actually type it in. Okay. And then whatever time, well, I'm just going to put right here, he clocked out at 10:18. Done. It'll show you how many hours, right, that he worked, and then I'm going to hit save. How about your end of day? Have y'all had any issues?
It's been sweet. It's been beautiful to do. No problems.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your manager log. Have y'all been happy with the questions?
Yeah, my guy's been doing it. It's been going. I mean, it's been going fine for what we had to fill in so far. So.
Gotcha. So, and what I would always tell you is, and this is how I always try to explain it to everybody. So if you're going to go away for a month on vacation and you want to know what's going on in your restaurant, this is where I'm going to find it. So I have about 35 restaurants that I personally track every day. And that's the first thing I do in the morning. I go through all of those restaurants and see what's going on. So they have everything. It says, hey, this happened. So when I call them, and of course they're always like, how do you know that? How do you know what's going on? And I'm like, well, I read the manager notes, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I've loved it. Everything's, I kept thinking and I told you this last week, I kept thinking, man, this is going to be hard, but it's very user friendly and no problems.
Yeah, and look, anytime, I don't care what program, what it is, if it's brand new, right, it's going to always be a little bit, clunky, I guess, just because this is not what I'm used to. Once you really just get in a habit and everyone gets in a habit, this goes so fast, it's not even funny. Yeah. And you get to have all these records so that you can go back. And so now you're going to come back and say, 2 years from now, what happened on that weekend? And you can come into right here, select the date. Here it is. And now you can actually see what's going on. So like I said, inventory, we've got, and now, do you know how to print? Go ahead.
The inventory, I was going to ask you. Now, do you walk around with a pad of paper, or because I see?
Yep. In the beginning, yes. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here to inventory items, and you're going to pick the date. So you always want to do it on a Sunday, right? Because your week starts on a Monday. Then what you do is you're going to come to, so once you have this here, you're going to come to this PDF, right? Mm-hmm. So when I click on it, it's going to say, what locations do you want? And you say, yeah, I want all that. Create PDF. Then print this. Then it's going to tell you all the information. The location, and then it's going to tell you how to count it. So this is by the 300. This is per bottle, right? And it's a 20 fluid ounce bottle, but it'll tell you all that. You're going to put in how many you had. Okay. Now, you're gonna print this off. I'm gonna say it's gonna take 4 weeks of printing this off, because when you're like right here this location name is called condiment bottles. Hey, I'm missing. I'm gonna make it up. Tabasco. I'm missing this. You're gonna write it right here. Okay. Then you're gonna send it to us. We're going to come in and go, oh, look, either we don't have that product in the system at all, or it's just not made available in this location. We'll do it. And then when you get to something where, let's just say right here, and you're like, wait a minute, see this tater nugget? I don't want it here. I want it behind this funnel cake fries. You just have to either put an arrow, draw it, and show them where do you want it, or you can even scratch this number out and put in where you want it. We can move it. Because here's the thing, you want it to be in order because it goes so much faster. And I want anyone to be able to count, because what happens if you get sick? What happens if your son gets sick and he's got to be home for the night, right? And you got to have somebody, your business still has to go on. I want anyone to be able to pick this up and take it.
Okay. So you print this out, and then I'd sit and I'd drop all the numbers in.
Well, you just write it in. Yep. You write in a count.
Write them in, and then I drop them in?
Yep.
Just go back to, okay.
Then what'll happen is once you're saying, all right, everything is in the right place, everything is sheet to shelf, we are golden. Now that's when you're going to use either your phone or a tablet, and then you're gonna have this sheet right here, and this could be electronic on your tablet. And when you go down, you're gonna put the count in on the tablet, and it saves it automatically, and you're done.
Oh, this is cool. I'm excited for Sunday.
Yeah.
This was the one thing that I not dreaded doing, but I knew it was coming, so I'm ready.
Gotcha. And
I know how important it is, and it's like,
oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, and here's the thing. So it's not only that you want to know what you're using, right, every week, but then when you're doing your accounting, you have to do end of month accrual, because here's the thing. If let's just say, let me just look at the dates. So you're going to do an inventory on the 29th. Well, the month ends on the 30th. So do you really want to have your team count on Sunday night and then Monday night? No, right? So what's going to happen, you're going to count Sunday night as normal.
Okay.
Then when it's the end of month, all right, and we're going to pull those numbers, I'm going to come back, prime cost, end of month inventory, and it's going to say for what month. So we said, all right, November. Now I'm going to look at it and say, what is the last inventory? So once you count it, it'll show up, right?
Gotcha.
And then, but I'm just going to pick this one just to show you, and then say load. So right now we only have it for food. It will pull for food, wine, beer, liquor. It'll pull everything. It's going to say, so this is the last inventory date, right? The last inventory amount. So let's just, I know it's zero, but let's just say it's $1,000. It's going to look at your usage rate and says, okay, 32%. Here it's going to look at your sales, right?
Yeah.
And then it's going to say, all right, well, 32%, this is what you should have used. It's going to look at your estimated usage as to what you have been using, and then how many purchases. And it's going to tell you, this is what your end of month inventory would be.
Okay.
Are you guys running any specials soon?
No.
Okay. Just let me know if you do, if you need help making any of the content for Facebook or anything like that. I can help you create flyers for that.
Yeah, the specials I run go through, they're just the normal ones, the everyday specials, and they've been going on Facebook through our webpage.
Okay. Do you know how to make someone an admin on your Facebook?
As far as what? I'm sorry.
I
went over that with Fred.
Okay.
I probably need another lesson. No.
Okay, because if you want to make me an admin, that way I can further look into your Facebook and see what else we need to do. Thinking about this, but
because Brittany, it's like I wrote you. I'm worried about it a little bit, just because I want to stay out there. So, let me look into it. Cool.
Now, I do want to show you this. So, and I don't know if you've ever seen this. So when you're looking in a system, you're going to have resources. So when you click on resources, everything in here is for you. Okay. So if you look at full service, you got employee handbook. So if you don't have a handbook, you can click on it and it's all in Word. So it's 100% customizable. So you can change it to whatever you want.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Really a bunch of great things in here for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look through that. That's cool.
So then also later, now we can start looking at RSP analytics. So this is a great tool. So we've had people, which, and I can't imagine that people would do this, but they're going to say, head managers, oh, the software is broken. It doesn't work. So we go into this and say, oh, you've never logged in. And it tells you everything that you've touched in the system. So, well, awesome. All right. Well, Mark, again, as always, if you have any questions, reach out to us, let us know, and we'll continue moving forward.
Yeah, I think we're getting somewhere, so I appreciate it, guys.
Hey,
I'll definitely I'll set it up to talk to you guys next week in that hour in the office, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'll look at it. I'll see if I can fit my 7-day week into your 1 hour.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Mark.
Thank you, guys.